My father was sick. Powers are real. The doctor diagnosed my father and said there is nothing they can do. If they do an operation, it's 50-50. And there was an old woman. Before the old woman started confessing, I walked to the hospital. My father was. By then, they told me, if I don't come quick, I won't see my father. I walked there. After he hasn't seen me for a long time, been angry with me, I greeted him. Looked at me. He said, how are you? I said, fine. I said, I want to pray for you. He said, pray. Pray. And I prayed. With red eyes. Thank you. And I prayed. I said, Jesus. I carried my traveling bag, came to Auchi. Despite being born into a rich family. I'm sorry, I'm not being proud about it. I was not born into a poor family. I wasn't. It's not my fault. And so don't say I'm proud. It's not my fault. I wasn't born into a poor family. No. We point the car that should take us to school. We'll point this car. Bring this one out. As children, that's the car that will take us. Bring that one out. So I'm not telling you stories. Everybody in town here knows who my father is. You know my father is. So my father used to go to all hospitals, discharging people, paying for them. He didn't know what to do with money. When they bring money because of the businesses he was doing, we will count money, sleep on the money. As children, wake up and keep counting. I was in primary school when I took money and gave to one of our teachers to buy a car. My father didn't even know that money was taken. He didn't know. They bring it in bags. There was a time some money was stolen. They were asking my father how much. He said he doesn't know. It was some bags. We will. Hold on. Look at me. I don't know what's wrong with the cameraman today. Look at me. So I wasn't born. So I'm not one of those who will say, I entered ministry because I'm looking for money. No. At all. I know some of my cousins there when I say I want to become pastor, they scatter laugh. They say, Poverty. Pastor. You pastor. Hey! Am I communicating now? So then they told my father to send me to America fast. They should send me to America quick. So my father called me and said, come, prepare your things, you are going to America. They said that's the only way. All these church people around, that they were the ones confusing my brain. So my father said, prepare your things, you are leaving for America. I said, okay. I went to pray. And God said, if you go to America now, I'll kill you. So I went to my father. I said, I'm not going to America again. God said, if I go now, he'll kill me. He said, okay, choose one. That means I kill you. Is this? I remember I'm just seeing the picture. One day my father was driving a big car. I was holding my Bible. I was just preaching on the street. My father slowed down, wind down. Look at me. Say, my own son. Is this life? He drove past. Don't blame him. Because pastors were going to our house to beg money. They'll be doing Thanksgiving and all of those things. They'll give my father envelope as distinguished chairman. So, I was there. The man did not become a Christian because the son is blessed. He became Christian when hand touch him. My father was sick. Powers are real. The doctor diagnosed my father and said there is nothing they can do. If they do an operation, it's 50-50. And there's an old woman. Before the old woman started confessing, I walked to the hospital. My father was. By then, they told me, if I don't come quick, I won't see my father. I walked there. After he hasn't seen me for a long time, been angry with me, I greeted him. Looked at me. She said, how are you? I said, fine. I said, I want to pray for you. She said, pray. Pray. And I prayed. With red eyes. Thank you. And I prayed. I said, Jesus, heal him. As soon as I finished praying, my father, according to him, he said, as soon as I walked out, not up to few minutes, they called him that the old woman is confessing that she has given out too many chicken. My father's name is Imodu Sule. He said he has given out too many chicken. He cannot give out Imodu Sule as another chicken. I said the certain woman. I know the woman is, but this is my town. When you are giving testimony at home, you don't call names. If you are giving afar, you call names. At home, you don't call names because their children may be in the crowd. I began to confess. The body changed. His body changed. When the man came out of that place, he called me. He said, lead me to Jesus. He said, I want to serve Jesus because all those other ones with all their talisman and taliswoman came here and recited and did everything, nothing happened. But when you call that name, you say, in the name of something enter my body.